Okay, people. So, Signature sent through a new film, and it is called The Prank. Right? It is being directed by Maureen Bharoocha, written by Rebecca Flinn-White and Zak White. The film is produced by Stephen J. Wolfe, executive produced by Michael W. No, that's a Y. Michael Y. Chow and Glenn Rigberg, co-produced by Tyler Condon. Darren Johnson handles the music. Cinematography is Matthew Ruddenberg. Sarah C. Reeves edits the piece. Amy Renee is on casting. Production design is Wendy Samuels. Arthur T. Haynes, he's on art direction. Sebastian Diz is set decoration. Geordie Schinberg is costume design. Hair and makeup, we have Celine Dalnimium and Daniela Gutierrez. All right, so the cast. Well, Ben Palmer is played by Connor Kalopsi. His best friend, Mai Tanner, is played by Ramona Young. All right, so Ben's mother, Julia, is played by Meredith Salinger. We also have no, like Tanner's, like May's mother. We see her, but she's not credited. I mean, she doesn't really. She doesn't talk at all. She's just kind of there. But okay, so we have Mrs. Wheeler, right, played by the legend Rita Moreno. Her husband is played by yes, George Wheeler is played by Barry Primus. Right, we have got Principal Henderson played by Keith David. You know what I mean? There's Loretta, the dinner lady, played by Kate Flannery. Joe, the janitor, played by Jonathan Kimmel. We have got Ben and Mai's friend. I mean, he's a fellow student, Philip Marlowe. He is played by Nathan Janak. There is Mrs. Gutierrez, played by Betsy Sodaro, and Mr. Corelli, played by Ahmed Barocha. They're both teachers, right? There is Miss Taylor, another teacher, played by Dion Lay. We've got Coach Ledbetter, played by John Miser. Who else do we have? Newscaster Bob, played by Baron Vaughan. Right, Jamie Lujan is another teacher. We also have Quinn Smythe, played by Talia Jackson. Greg, played by Armani Jackson. Peter, played by Cole Massey. Who else do we have? Sawyer Friedman, played by Rommel de Silva. Yeah, they are also fellow students, along with a band kid played by Ronnie Akuta. Who else? Officer Stebbins, played by Tim Delano. Detective Pierce, played by Ryan Gooland. Officer Sully, played by Rennie Goob. Susan, the reporter, played by Lauren Kunuti. Yeah, that's probably about it, right? Now, the gist of the story: Ben and his slacker friend Tanner play a prank on their high school physics professor when she fails them on a test. They teach the demanding instructor a lesson by falsely accusing her of murder on social media. Kind of, actually, right? She just fails Ben. He's one of her students. May isn't. You know what I mean? She's just Ben's friend, right? Now I thought this was a lot of fun. I thought this was, yeah, well put together. Now, um, Maureen Bharoocha, she's directed a few things, a lot of TV as well, but it looks like it's the first feature written by Rebecca Flinn-White and Zak White. They may be a couple. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's their first feature, which, you know what I mean? They've done a solid job. Right? We open up with the anonymous Mrs. Wheeler. It looks like she's addressing her class with a message. Then we we hit the morning routines of Ben and May, right? And the contrast between the two. Ben, very studious, right? Very studious, strict up, and he's straight up when that alarm goes off, preparing his smoothies, his breakfast, getting all of his notes and assignments together. He's with it. Now, May, on the other hand, wants to stay in bed. You know what I mean? Just her room's a mess. Now, the thing is, right, we have these scenes where someone gets out of bed and then they leave, right? It's like she wakes up in clothes and then leaves the house. We don't have a shower. We don't have her clean her teeth, right? Now, you never then have a scene later on where someone's just like, yo, your breath is funky as fuck. What are you doing? Or did you shower? You smell. Like, there's never that, right? I don't know what it is. These people are miraculously fresh to their breath. You know what I mean? There's no body odor at all. Come on now, please. Anyway, that's an aside, right? She just leaves house and yeah, Ben's waiting for her outside. And we see they're best friends. We see their dynamic, right? They've actually got a band, Frock Swap. I don't get the name of I don't get the name of the band, right? I mean, the band's terrible. And what is it with this horrible propaganda being forced on us? Because they've got a song about how bad pineapple is, and that should not be tolerated. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed this film, but we should cancel it because they're trying to put hate on pineapple and it's the best motherfucking fruit out there. Yo, anyway, we get their dynamic and you believe it. It's well done, it's well put together. Right? So we're just following, we're sold. Mrs. Wheeler, creepy, right? Very strict, not fucking around, but one of those people that is going to take it out on everyone, right? So we can see all of these things are done well. And then because someone cheated, it all spirals, Now, I think you're watching and you think, okay, I know where this is going to go. Now, we suddenly get these pivots in the film, which I definitely wasn't expecting, right? I kind of figured you're going to do a certain thing, and there were these interesting, well done pivots, right? Which I enjoyed. You know, it's I think they sell you very well on a lot of the things that are happening, right? We get some good uses of the camera, especially as a bit when Mrs. Wheeler's in her classroom, her lab, right? But she's a physics teacher, and moving around, right? And the way the camera follows her is well done, you know, just all of that, right? I think when Frock Swap are performing before the game, the way they show it, right? From Ben and Mai's, you know, point of view to them people in the crowd. All of that is a lot of fun. You've got the news reporters reporting on the situation. Yeah, it's all done well, right? Because there's a lot of tongue in cheek. It's not a thriller, but you know what I mean? I think there's a nice balance, right? There's a nice balance of like some humor and then like just all the other stuff that's going down. You know what I mean? So when we get these twists in the story, it's very good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the end. I did enjoy the end. I think you do think to yourself, could we get a sequel? You know what I mean? Could we get I think we could. From the way this is left off and everything like that, I think potentially we could get more. And I wouldn't be mad at that. I would watch these characters again. You know, I feel this is for people. If you enjoyed stuff like Bottoms, right? Theater Camp, um oh god, what was that other film? Polite Society. Yeah. If you enjoyed those films, Girl Joyride, I think you'll enjoy The Prank, right? Now, it's not to say it's exactly like the other ones. I laughed more during Joyride, right? You know what I mean? But I feel it's got that similar vibe, that similar kind of intent. You know what I mean? It's well done. It's well put together. We got some really good acting. Like Keith David is always good, right? You know what I mean? Jonathan Kimmel as our janitor. No, like the cast is great. The cast is great. The chemistry is great. All of these things work very well. So, yeah, people, definitely, I recommend checking out The Prank. You know what I mean? Definitely recommend checking it out. I think it's available on you know, all your favorite VODs, right? Um yeah, that's in the UK. In the States, I believe it's already out, you know? Believe it's already out. But yeah, in the UK, you'll be able to get it from the 24th, right? That's Monday. So yeah, definitely give The Prank a go. I think you're going to enjoy it. I did. That's for sure.